Thanks for joining, everyone. We'll give about one more minute here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, you guys, I think we're going to go ahead and get started for the day. What I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. Me and Jay will be unmuted, so we can go ahead and get that done. If you have any questions, type them, email them if you're not on the web. You have a couple options there. We will have a question time at the end as well.
The conference has been muted.
All right, guys. So first and foremost, thank you for showing up to the webinar, for clearing a little bit of time out of your day. I do appreciate you guys being able to join. Today, me and Jay are going to discuss hiring a technician for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I hope everyone's warm because I know it's really cold outside right now, everywhere. So the importance of hiring a technician. So one thing you're going to find is that when you hire a tech, it's going to help you free up your time, and it's going to allow you to go ahead and work on building those relationships. You're going to be able to attend more community events, be able to reach out to more B2B partners. It's going to allow you to free up a lot of that time. You got to keep in mind, if you're working in your business and you're on the lawns every day, you're not going to be able to work on your business and establish those relationships, chase after those leads, and be able to really do that. And you're going to have to think about what can that technician bring as well. If they're on the lawns, what's that going to free you up? How many sales are you going to be able to make instead of being on the lawns? What that dollar amount's going to look like. Do you want to add anything here today?
Yeah, so and I know for some of the folks on the call, you've got more of that infrastructure in place already. For some folks that are thinking, well, can I afford to hire a tech? It may be cliche to say it, but you can't afford not to. And I'll give you a quick math example here. Because you guys have not experienced what it's going to be like during the busy season. It may be hard to fathom that now with, sub-zero temperatures. But when those leads start coming in, even with the call center, you're still going to get flooded and easily overwhelmed. But if you break the math down for a moment, you pay a technician, let's just say $15 an hour for 20 hours a week. Right, that's $300 a week, $1,200 a month roughly. Even I can do simple math. So now you just committed to $1,200 a month. But you have just freed yourself up 80 hours a week that you can be doing all the things that Maria listed off in building your business. So if you can utilize those 80 hours a week to just get 2 or 3 more customers, which everybody on this call is certainly more than capable of, that technician has more than paid for themselves already. And then factor in upsell opportunities and things like that. It could be a little bit scary to take on that kind of an additional expense, but you will very quickly, and we've sort of seen this over the years, you will very quickly find that the technician pays for themselves and that you can grow at a much quicker rate. You could definitely, our goal obviously is to get everybody to profitability as quickly as we can, and this is definitely one of the ways that we can help you get there.
Thanks. Yeah. So, one thing you guys are going to want to do is go out and be the face of your business. So this is going to help you be able to do that. So one thing we're going to talk about today, or some of the things we're going to talk about today, are going to be different options on how to make your hiring process easier, different resources that Lawn Doctor may already use. Some of these options, we have used internally and they've worked really well. So we're just going to give you guys different resources that Lawn Doctor has to offer. So Talent Plus Staffing, this is going to be a company kind of like a headhunter where they're going to go out and look for who you're looking for. So candidates are brought to you. The good thing is you are able to test them out basically for about 60 days. If they end up not fitting the position that you're looking for or within, what you're looking to do, you won't have to pay the agency. If you, of course, end up using them, you will have dues on the 61st day. Now, keep in mind as well, when using Talent Plus Staffing, you're going to want to be able to talk about what you're looking for. If you need a licensed technician, let them know what type of licenses they need, and so they can bring you the candidates that are going to best fit you. If you're going to be looking for a salesperson, you'll, of course, want to describe exactly what you're looking for, paint that picture for them so they can go out and bring you valid candidates and people that are actually going to fit within your needs. So that's going to be one option. You have contacts here, so feel free to write them down now. If not, you can always reach out to anyone on the RAMP team and we can get you those contacts or make that connection for you if necessary. So just let us know what you guys need. Do you have anything to add about talent, Jay, talent staff?
Yeah, sure. So Talent Plus Staffing, we have used them internally. We've used them at the corporate level. They've brought some really good folks to us, including Chris Sherrington and Rebecca, who does all of our communications. So when we first started talking about this, it's like question would come up is, okay, great, so they're good at corporate staffing. That's fabulous. How about at the technician level? But across the company for Talent Plus, that is really their core business, is finding folks in the oil industry, manufacturing industry. So their sweet spot really is hiring technician-level folks, which is why they're willing to assume all the risk in doing this. And until you get to day 61, you don't pay them a penny. And we've seen just phenomenal work out of them. Tom's super responsive. I think you guys will really enjoy working with him as we move forward.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we'll go on to the next slide here. Career Plug is going to be another option for you guys. So Career Plug is essentially going to help streamline that hiring process for you. It's also going to be able to display your job posting on multiple different platforms, so it's really going to get your posting out there. One thing you'll see here on the web, and if you're not on the web, there's basically two options. You have the basic plan and the pro plan. The basic plan is free. You see it does last a couple of different things. And then you'll have the pro plan, which does have an annual cost, $495. But keep in mind, using the basic plan to start with, that's going to be a really good option in the future. Once you guys are established and you've owned literally your whole state, then you can go ahead and get the pro plan if you'd like. But the basic plan is going to work really well. You're going to be able to have a lot of different options for you. It's going to organize the candidates and bring you people who are going to match what you're looking for. So that's going to be an option there for you as well. Jay, anything on Career Plug?
No, I think you pretty much covered it, but that's sort of the one of the go-to sites that we will use to help franchisees acquire technicians. It's really a matter of probably one versus the other. I don't necessarily know that you need to both utilize Talent Plus Staffing as well as this. It's really a personal preference, but this is a good option. We definitely have, and Maria, I believe we have some specific Lawn Doctor pricing and things like that with Career Plug, so a little bit of a discount. I know the basic plan is free, but even as you move forward, take advantage of being a part of the system.
Yeah, definitely. That pricing you see for the pro plan, that is going to be our pricing. And that's a pretty good discount, so you could imagine what it would cost outside of that pricing. And then so we'll go to a couple of other options here, things that you can do. So social media, Facebook is, it's obviously growing right now, and it's a really good way to use for your business, and it's a really good way to get your name out there. But you are also able to post jobs on there. This is a quick how-to, but of course, if you need help, definitely reach out to me. I can walk you through it. I can post it for you if necessary. Just let me know what you guys need. But we can put creatives out there and then boost that post so it's going to the specific people that you're looking for. Obviously, you probably have an age range in mind. You most likely want them living in the territory that you're going to be servicing or having them service in. That's really going to help them already know the territory. They're going to be very familiar with that area. And that's just going to overall, help out your business if they kind of know that area. So social media, really easy. It's going to be a cheaper way as well. If you boost the post, you are going to pay for that, but typically you won't spend more than, $50 on a boosted post depending on how it's doing. So social media is going to be an option. Local recruiting as well. This is going to be a very low cost, but it's going to reach a lot of different people. The only thing with this, it's not going to be as filtered as using, Career Plug or, other places like that, because you're just going to get people applying at your different postings. But you can use Craigslist. You can post different, creatives at community colleges on their posting boards, on their websites. A lot of them have different places like that. Go to your local fire department. A lot of these guys, of course, they're going to be capable to, handle all of the equipment. They're typically loyal, hardworking, and looking for part-time work as well. Also looking to EMS, EMT, veterans, someone who's looking for part-time work that typically is going to be hardworking. You can also recruit through your family and friends, of course. You can ask Jay about that. Typically hire someone you already know. And
yeah, that's sorry, breaking. That's definitely a good way to go. We've had some good luck with firefighters. We actually have somebody who in 2017 was a technician for a franchisee, not afraid of the equipment, getting a little dirty. I mean, this is certainly a lot easier than, running into a burning building. Some easy cash on their days off. That franchisee or that firefighter actually is now partnered with someone else and is actually a franchisee now. They actually purchased a territory. Definitely friends and family. The other thing that we've seen some success with, and we want you to get good technicians. If, we're not saying, go use Talent Plus or, Career Plug if you have other options. We just want to make sure you can get good folks, help you grow your business. As you go through your, just day-to-day, and you come across people that have great customer service skills, and we have a franchisee in Georgia that actually hired someone. It was a younger guy. He was working behind the counter at a Subway sandwich shop, but he got it. He knew how to talk to customers. He had that gene. You either have the ability to interact with customers or you don't. Got to talking to him. Eventually ended up hiring them. You can teach someone how to use the equipment, as long as they're okay being outside, that type of thing. But customer interaction and customer service, kind of a little bit harder to teach. So think outside the box as you're coming across people that may not necessarily be in the industry, but they are people you would want representing your business.
Yeah, very good point. And we'll touch on a little bit of the creatives that you can use as well. If you are out and about, make sure if you're hiring at that time, you're keeping these with you. So I'll show you guys that here shortly. But definitely a good option as well. All right. So the timeline of hiring a tech. Now, of course, you're going to want to be hiring someone before your busy season, a little bit before your busy season or during your busy season, so they can go ahead and get in there and help you out. So around the time you should be hiring, January, February, you should be posting that technician job, posting it wherever you choose. We can help you with any of them. By February or early March, you should have started that interview process. Start, vetting those guys and those gals that are applying and seeing who's going to fit. By March, you'll want to have hired a full-time or part-time tech depending on your specific needs. Typically, starting off, a part-time tech is going to work, someone who can maybe do 12 hours a week for you, but definitely do whatever is going to be best for you. Anything you want to add on this slide, Jay?
I think you've really touched on it. Probably the key thing is if you wait till you get busy to hire a tech, you're going to run into a couple of challenges. You really need them on board before you get busy so that you can get them comfortable on the equipment. Probably a month is plenty of time. And I don't know that there's a way to truly grasp what it's going to be like when it gets busy. So human nature, we'd probably all be thinking, hey, you know what, it gets busy, I'll get a check in, I'll train them, I'll have time. You make 70% of your lawn care sales in a 90-day window, and you do not want to leave finding a tech for when that season kicks in. You definitely want to start doing the legwork as Maria laid out ahead of time.
Definitely. All right, so some of the resources that we can offer or that you can get for hiring someone is, first of all, the 2019 Recruiting Campaign Planner. That can be found on FranConnect, or reach out to anyone on the RAMP team. We can, of course, email it to you directly. I would recommend playing in FranConnect and getting to know FranConnect so in the future you know where you can find things, but definitely never hesitate to reach out to us. We'd rather you reach out to us than spend a lot of time looking for something that you need. There's also going to be a couple of recruiting videos here. You can jot that down if you'd like. If not, email me and I can just shoot you them in the email so you can select that link. But you'll have a tech recruiting video there. These are just shorter videos that kind of just help you, kind of give you some ideas. So that you'll have the tech and the salesperson video. And then, of course, if you need any creatives, job descriptions, you need help posting or getting connected with any one of these options, definitely reach out to any one of us on the RAMP team. If you don't already have our emails, I'm sure all of you guys do, but definitely, reach out to us if you need them. All right. So in conclusion, what you guys should be doing is reaching out, it'd be best if you do a multiple of these at the same time, but definitely do the ones that are going to fit you best. But reach out, do the outsourcing where Talent Plus brings people to you. Post those local ads on Career Plug, on those message boards at college campuses, and on different areas. Recruiting through your friends and family, reach out to them, see if anyone's hiring, or if you know of someone. Like Jay said, going out there, if you meet anyone that just seems like they are going to fit your needs, definitely give them some information. And like I said, those creatives that you need for any of them, you can reach out to myself, Jay, Tara, Gabriella, really anyone, and we can go ahead and send you them if you want to get them printed locally, or if you need us to print them for you and ship them, we can go ahead and get those sent out to you, whether you need flyers, posters. There's also van clings that you can use as well. So if you would like to put those on your vans, we can get you those as well. And then keep in mind, online social media is going to help you out, a cheaper way to do things. So if you need that help specifically, you can reach out to me. I can help you with that Facebook posting. So before we kind of open this up to questions, Jay, is there anything you want to add to the end of this?
Yeah, two things real quick. There's also those job sort of career days, job fairs and things that sometimes at college campuses. If you're looking for part-time technician help, you're getting out of the gates, sometimes that could be a good way to go. You can consider maybe grabbing a booth or a table at one of those functions and seeing who you can meet. The other thing, and the last thing I want to say before we open it up for questions, is when you do hire a technician and it's somebody who you feel like can grow with your business, let's just use the number of $15 an hour. I mean, in a lot of cases, we do tend to sort of overpay really good technicians. It is a challenge, certainly for anyone in the services industry. But for folks, sometimes you need to paint the picture. So someone may say, look at their job and go, okay, I'm getting $15 an hour. And then they start thinking or looking and like, well, yeah, I can get $15 an hour stocking the shelves at Walmart also. What you've got to do is paint a picture for that person. If it's someone who you want to keep, someone who you think is going to be a benefit to the business, you've got to break it down for them and turn that $15 an hour into an annual salary. So you show them that, okay, yes, that's the hourly rate, but if you're working full-time over the course of the year, that's $31,000 a year. Now, on top of that, maybe you have certain production bonuses that can get them to 35, and if they're quality and they can upsell for you, and you're giving them commission on some of those upsells, that $15 an hour job suddenly becomes $40,000 a year, and people look at it and approach it very differently. And we've seen it where sort of the light bulb comes on when you paint that picture. It may be simple for you to think about and for you, but sometimes, the folks that you're hiring don't always see it all the way down to that level. So it just helps to paint that picture for them. Okay. Maria, if you want to open it up for questions, I am done.
All right, perfect. Well, what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and unmute everyone. So feel free to...
The conference has been unmuted.
If you guys have any statements, anything like that, go ahead and do so now. I can do a drum roll if someone needs, if anyone has a question. If not, that's okay. You guys can always email us, text us, call us. We can answer questions like that as well. Or if when you do start posting, you need help with anything, please reach out to us. We're really happy to do so. But if there are any questions, I'll give you a little bit more time.
Yeah. I know I saw Tommy Campbell raise his hand before, but that might have just been an accident. So.
Yeah, it was. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I kind of had a feeling that it might be. So yeah, I mean, if there's anything, I don't necessarily know that this is a topic that folks would not want to ask a question about, in a public forum, but if for any reason it is something that you just want to talk about, one-on-one with any of us, just feel free to reach out as well.
Yeah, definitely reach out, and I appreciate everyone getting on. Look out for an additional email from me that will go ahead and tell you your challenges, and it'll give you a couple links today. This will also be on YouTube if you ever need to reference any of the information, or feel free to email me directly, and I can get you anything you guys need from the presentation. Thank you all for joining, and I hope you guys have a good Friday and a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.